Justice Miller, Legacy Maker Sports, and we are here at ACC Media Day, where I have our UVA head coach here to join us. Hello, Coach.
How you doing, Justice?
I'm doing great. Very happy to see you guys here. Was hoping you guys would be here. I want to know, how are you and the team moving forward, and how are you guys mentally moving forward going into the season over the last tragedy in the past season?
Yeah, it was a very difficult offseason. But I think once we had the winter break and came back and got back together as a team, we really were able to start the healing process together. And football was a big piece of it because it created community, created some structure. The guys have done a great job of compartmentalizing things and using the resources that are available to them. Same thing with myself and the coaches. I believe we're in a good space, but still a very fragile space. And we have constant reminders on a daily basis of what transpired back in November, and we're going to have those, throughout the course of time going forward. Unfortunately, while the rest of the world may have moved on, we have to move forward, and our normal is not what it used to be, and so we're getting used to what our normal is now.
Okay, and then speaking of getting used to something new and normal, can you talk to us a little bit about the offensive line? I know last season that was where you guys struggled the most. The points per game were at an all-time low.
That's right.
So what is maybe one of the key things that are going to turn around your offense this year?
Yeah, so it starts up front, and that's probably been the area where we've had some of the biggest challenges because walking in the door there was only 6 guys on scholarship. And there was some really good players that transferred to other institutions, and so we were trying to, pull whatever we had together to put an offensive line out on the field. And then we had transition at the position with an assistant coach moving on and a couple guys transferring. So we were able to attract 3 transfers to come in. Now the freshmen that we signed are a year older, and so hopefully what you're going to see is just more consistency, and giving our guys an opportunity. I think we have the skill in place. It's just going to be a function of those 5 guys up front coming together and then being able to build some competitive depth behind them. And if you know anything about football, offensive line gets all the blame. But it's the hardest position to play outside the quarterback position because you're tied to 4 other guys, and everybody has to be exactly on the same page, in unison, working together. So Coach F has been a great addition to us this offseason, and he's doing a great job of helping to stabilize the room. And as we get into camp, hopefully we can take it from there and build some depth.
Okay. You mentioned quarterback position. I know you have starting quarterback Tony Muskett, new addition. How do you think he's going to fit into the system, and is it going to be exciting what he brings to who fans will watch for UVA football?
I believe that our fan base is going to be excited about Tony Muskett. If you go back and watch what he did while he was at Monmouth, you can see that definitely has the ability. And what's impressed us the most as a staff is just his leadership, and that's an area across the program that we're working hard to build leadership as it relates to the parameters of our program. But I'm excited about him. He throws the ball with great accuracy. He's got great command. He runs better than a lot of people think, and so I think he's going to bring a lot of his dynamic skill set, but then also he's going to bring experience in the door and not much of a transition offensively from what he was used to. There were a lot of carryover, so it's been a pretty seamless transition for him. So I think folks will be pleased.
Very pleased. I mentioned some of your negatives from last season. Let's focus on a little bit of the positives.
Right.
Your defense wasn't bad at all. So how are you guys going to highlight that and make it work for offense as well?
Well, first it starts from a program standpoint of playing complementary football. And now the guys, I think, have a better understanding that you win and lose as a team. And it's not one unit plays great, the other one, has to compensate. We need all 3 phases to hold up their end of the bargain. But defensively, there's still some carrots out in front of these guys. There's still some opportunities to improve. We had to replace a lot of production on the back end with our corners that transitioned out of the program at the end of the season. So there's a ton of opportunity for our guys to improve. And what you're looking forward to and hoping is that the nucleus of guys that came back that have experience, right, will help the guys that are new develop and then play to the standard. And so the standard that was set is not the ultimate standard of what we want for Virginia defense. And so it's time to take that next step this season.
And Coach wanted to end off our interview with a quick shout out to the Wahoo Nation.
It's new opportunity, and we're all in this thing together. And the exciting thing is we have an opportunity as a community, football team, the fan base, the institution, the city of Charlottesville, the state of Virginia, man, we have an opportunity to do something on a grand scale. We have an opportunity to take a tragedy that hurt so bad and turn it into an unbelievable triumph, but we can't do it alone, right? The fans are in this with us, and we need you. So we need you in Scott Stadium to create that energy so these guys can go out and perform. And this football team, they want to perform. They want to play well, but they also need the support of the fans to be able to do it.
Thank you so much, Coach, for your time, and we are looking forward to the season.
All right, thank you, Justice.